Still do get a bit nervous talking to them because I'm like, are y'all sure y'all like me or y'all just playing with me? Are y'all sure? Y'all sure about that? You could think back to every little thing that has something to do with Harriyanna and it will go back to descendants. People get catfished out of having internet friends, but this girl doesn't feel like I annoy all of my internet friends. Like that's the weird notion that people always get when it comes to when you tell somebody to have internet friends. They always assume that you're talking to an old ass that sell CDs and bootleg DVDs of the Boondocks season 3 out of their van. That's literally what people always assume when you say you got internet friends. It's Harriyanna and I'm back with another video. Welcome back, or welcome to the pirate ship, also known as Harry Hook's pirate ship. Always freaking remember that I is the captain and you are not my first mate. I have no first mate. Stop trying to think that you're worthy of being the first mate because you're not. You're not at all. Hello, my name is Harriyanna. I'm always a mess in my introductions. I'm sorry if this is your first time meeting me, but I like to make content based off nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I usually find within those spaces. But today's video is going to be very, very different because usually if I don't even talk about family or children's entertainment, I kind of make an exception and talk about something that is adult entertainment. But today we're just strictly going to be talking about life because life is something that I used to talk about on my channel a lot before I made the transition to talking strictly about entertainment. But from now and then I do enjoy talking about life from time to time, as I do talk about life in a lot of my commentary videos. As we know, art imitates life and life imitates art. And also today's topic is just going to be something that I've been feeling since about like 2017. You'll see why. You'll see why once I get into it. But let's go ahead and look at the agenda for today. As you all know, before we get started, I always just kind of like throw myself out there. My shop is coming soon. This cute ass headband that y'all always be telling me about will be available to purchase very, very soon. This really, really cute lip gloss that I'm wearing is inspired by Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. It's called Bubble Vicious. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a really, really cute blue hue tint. It reminds me of when you used to drink them like blue slushies and it would leave your mouth blue. That's literally what it's giving right now. And also I have a web series, by the way, called The Progenies. Please go support that. The link to our pilot is down below. And also I have a Patreon. Please go support my Patreon. I do offer exclusive behind the scenes videos and content over there. You get access to my Discord. And also I just dropped a video on my Patreon called Relationships Confuse Me, where basically it's kind of like the style of this video, but I just strictly talk about relationships, and I just wanted that to be over there. So if you guys want to see more of my exclusive videos, because I do have many more, please go hit me up on Patreon if you can. Now this is what inspired me to make today's video.
I want to get to know you better, but I have no idea how.
Like when I saw that clip, I literally like went up to my room afterwards and cried because she literally said the words that I have been feeling for years upon years upon years. And everybody that knows me knows that I am a person that's really, really big on friendship, even though that wasn't in the context of what she was talking about because she wanted a relationship with the other person she was talking to in the scene. But here it can just be applied to anything, and here I'm just applying it to friendship. I'm the type of person where I think friendship needs to be taken just as seriously as dating. Like, friendship breakups hurt just as much as relationship breakups. Like, y'all, we gotta have that discussion one day. We gotta really have that discussion one day. Because, y'all, that... I don't even want to get into it. That girl messed me over so bad. I just don't even want to get into it. And I know if I say something about it, she's going to try to... I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. I'm not doing it. Okay, what is next on the agenda for today? Like I said, I am somebody that has always spent a lot of my time on the internet. I just realized I don't have my necklace on today. Am I really harriyannahook if I don't have my necklace on? I'm too lazy to go put it on. Anyway, like I said, I'm the type of person that's always just kind of been on the internet from like a really, really young age, and that has to do a lot with like growing up in a very sheltered household where a lot of the stuff in the world was just kind of hidden from me. I wasn't really allowed to go out and hang out with my friends. Like specifically, I'm talking about my teenage years. I wasn't really allowed to go to parties. I wasn't allowed to like go over to my friend's house and things like that. I could barely even do extracurricular activities. I was just kind of limited to like one up until a certain point. And yeah, I just didn't really have the happiest teenhood. Okay, I'll just go ahead and leave it at that. And now that I basically have a job that is social media, and I am very blessed to have this job, so I spend most of my time talking to people on the internet, and that includes strangers. Like, you know, when you have to do work conferences and things like that, a lot of what I do and what everybody does nowadays involves them just talking to people that they don't know at first on the internet. And like I said, internet friends have like always been a thing. I remember I was watching an episode of George Lopez where he thought his son was talking to a grown ass man, like a grown creepy man that lives in a van, when he really was actually talking to a teenage girl his age. Like, that's the weird notion that people always get when it comes to when you tell somebody they have internet friends. They always assume that you're talking to an old ass man that sells CDs and bootleg DVDs of the Boondocks season 3 out of their van. That's literally what people always assume when you say you got internet friends. My horrible ex-therapist, when I told her I had internet friends, she always talking like, you don't know these people. I'm like, I know who I'm talking about. I'm aware if I'm talking to a catfish or not, by the way. It is 2021. I know who I'm talking about. I see these people for their face. I hear their voices. Y'all be getting catfish for like if I can literally not find any like moving talking footage and videos of you on the internet, we're not gonna be friends. I'm sorry, we're not. Like, if you can't video call me, if you can't send me like stupid meme pictures back and forth, no, because I'm not about to get catfished out of a friend. I watch Catfish the series. People get catfished out of having internet friends, but this girl doesn't. This girl does not. Like I said, internet friends have always been a thing, but before they have been a thing, they were called something called pen pals. And pen pals was more of a thing where you would like send letters in the mail back and forth to people, and then later it was moved to online where you have internet friends talking back and forth to people. So I did do a kind of like pen pal thing where I did about 2 years ago over winter break. I wanted to send like letters to my friends, and then I also asked a few of my internet friends if they would like to be included in that, and they said yes, and I sent them cute little letters in the mail, and they sent me letters back. It was just really, really cute, really, really adorable. Like I said, I was just kind of bored, and I was just like, this is a cute little long distance friendship. Let's just kind of send letters back and forth to each other. That's something that I really just kind of enjoyed. And with the rise of, you know, the pandemic, internet friends have been quite a big thing now. Like, literally everyone's internet friends now. You literally have to talk to your friends over the internet. We're all here, okay? Y'all thought y'all was above having internet friends. Literally all of us are internet friends now. We are. Like I said, and with the rise of normalization of fandoms, and also along with the pandemic really stopped us from going places, and more people have been getting internet friends, because it's like a lot of people like to meet up at certain places like museums and art clubs and things like that. I know that it's really, really big here in Atlanta, where a lot of skaters will usually meet up at the skate park and things like that. That's like a big thing everywhere. Why am I just saying Atlanta? But that's just something like that. You meet up with people that have a common interest. Really, fandoms honestly are like one of the easiest ways to get internet friends. It wasn't easy for me in the beginning, I will explain that, but fandoms is like one of the first few ways that a lot of people gain their internet friends. A lot of people gain internet friends through dating apps, where they realize the relationship just didn't work out, but they remain friends. Like, I find it very, very interesting how people always get their internet friends. That is just something extremely interesting. Comment down below how you met your internet friends. I'm just genuinely curious, because I'm going to tell you guys a few of my stories. Like I said, Making internet friends is not a bad thing, by the way. I know the title of this video says that. Making internet friends is not a bad thing. I think it's just a beautiful thing where two people who share a lot of common interests bond over each other, because you may not have that in your school. You may not really have something like that in your city where you're not really comfortable with like meeting up with a random stranger, just talking to them. It is so much easier to talk behind the screen. So I think it's a really unique situation how people just kind of bond together over the internet. I find it very, very strange. It can be very, very dangerous because, you know, people lie, people can be creepy and things like that. By the way, y'all, please do not try to be internet friends with people that are younger than you. I just found out about a situation today, and that just pissed me off. Like I said, making internet friends goes for dating, okay? Do not be trying to be friends and in cahoots with people that are way older than you and way younger than you. Like, please stop. It's no different than online dating. Just cut it out. Just cut it out. You're trying to shoot your shot with a friendship. Please do it with people within your age bracket. Just do it. Okay, anyway. Like I said, as someone... But I'm somebody that's really had a lot of internet friends, like, since my senior year of high school. And I will be the first person to tell you it sucks. It kind of sucks. And I will explain to you guys why I think it sucks. Like I said, growing up, I never really had friends that liked the things I like. And I did have one good friend named Saya. We're still friends. Like, he's my best friend. He's my bestie. I love him with all my heart. He watches my videos. So, hey, Saya, if you're watching this. But yeah, it's weird because he was like the first person ever that I found at my school that liked Descendants. And the thing about it is that we were friends before Descendants, and we became friends because a lot of the things we watched, we shared common interests with. So when he found, like, we literally just had a whole conversation about Descendants, and this is the first movie. So I find that really very, very beautiful. I love Sai with all my heart. And yeah, and I'm not saying that I didn't have friends in high school. It's just I did have friends, and it's weird because I had nerdy friends too. But we didn't really like the same things. Like, they loved me and they accepted me for who I was and whatnot. But we really didn't have that many common interests. So, yeah, like I said, I think it's just kind of like that nerdy bond. It's just what kind of held us together. But we really just didn't really have all that much in common. And it's like, none of my friends were really into like doing blogging and YouTubing and things like that. Like, they weren't into that stuff, but they weren't really into doing it themselves. They weren't really trying to go out and do these things themselves. So it really kind of was just a little hard for me to relate to them on certain things. If I tried to talk to them about making videos and whatever, they just kind of didn't really know. So yeah, high school friends, I still love them. Like, a lot of these people that I'm talking about and referring to, I'm still friends with them. Like, we're Finsta buddies. Like, if you're on my Finsta, we're friends. You can't go nowhere. You know too much about me. Okay? But yeah, a lot of these people, I still have love for. I still care for them. If I still wanted to meet up with them regularly, I do and whatever. But I still felt really, really lonely. Like, I just felt like nobody really wanted to do the things that I did. My friends did encourage me. They kept me going and things like that. These are my good friends, by the way. I did have really, really bad friends. Like, I had one group of friends in high school that were shitty to me, and in middle school that were shitty to me. And then in high school, I had a good group of friends, but like I said, we didn't really have common interests like that. And my horrible friends, like, why are y'all still trying to hit me up? If you're watching this and you know I don't like you, if I didn't follow you back when you followed me, if I didn't respond to your DM when you tried to talk to me, please understand that I don't like you. Okay, I'm not trying to get catty, but like, I'm just throwing that out there anyway. Like I said, if this is your first time seeing me, I'm sorry that I'm giving you this impression that I'm a bitch, but I'm really not. I'm just really not. That just pissed me off. That just really pissed me off. Like I said, I just felt so lonely because I just felt so different from everybody that was around me. Like, the people I knew that were like really, really nerdy and things like that, they liked more adult nerdy type stuff, while I liked more nerdy stuff that was targeted towards children. So I just felt really, really left out a lot. Really, really left out. And I went to school with like mostly black kids, and many of them, let's say, if you weren't really into things that included hip-hop, R&B, reality television shows, Nikes and Adidas, you know, all of that jazz, and Victoria's Secret, that goes in there too, you were really considered weird. So if you weren't really into things that are, you know, popularized by black culture, you were really considered weird. So it was, high school was just a really, really hard time for me. Like, kids that grow up in predominantly black areas and go to school with a bunch of black kids, I feel like a lot of them get where I'm coming from, where they just kind of don't really fit in too much with them, where they have very common interests from their peers. And I'm not trying to make it seem like you think you're better than them or anything like that because you have different peers. It's just y'all just don't really have much common interest. And if you don't really have interests that were seen to be accepted by the black community, you were called white or you were called weird or whatnot. It was just really, really strange. Like, yeah, we gotta start having a discussion on how hard it is for black kids to be themselves around other black children, because it's like we're all kind of expected to act a certain way, and if we don't, we're seen as strange. So that's just really something that we gotta talk about one day. We really have to talk about that one day. But anyways, so I was just kind of frustrated with like not really having friends that really kind of were into the stuff that I like. So I took my little ass to the internet and said, let's try to make some internet friends. Let's try to get some internet friends. And I went to the worst app possible to try to do this, and I did it off Tumblr. Not Tumblr. Tumblr's the best app for me. It was Instagram. Literally the worst app for me to try to make internet friends. Literally the worst freaking app. It started when I was 16, and this is when I was in the Camera Boys fandom. So yeah, the Camera Boys fandom. And I failed. I just failed. Let's just go ahead and say I failed it. I did get more Camera Boys friends along the way, but I failed. It's really bad right there. And then I kind of picked up that a lot of the fans in that fandom were racist, but that's fandom racism and a discussion for another time, okay? I have a whole video about fandom racism. Let's continue. Like I said, I tried again when I was 17, and I still kind of failed. I didn't fail as bad as I did when I was 16, but I did a lot better. It's just like the people that I talk to, they don't be on the internet like that no more, or they deleted their fan accounts and I don't know where they went. So yeah, it was just kind of Next thing you know, I was able to make friends on Tumblr. I made myself a Tumblr account. Weird fact about me, a lot of people had like their Tumblr accounts since like 2012, 2011, 2013, 2014. I didn't get a Tumblr until I was in ninth grade? No, 12th grade. I was in 12th grade, my senior year of high school, in 2016, the end of 2016 going into 2017. So I always just kind of say I had my Tumblr since 2017. So that was like kind of like where the start of where I actually finally started getting some internet friends that kind of stuck around. I say kind of because I'll get into that in a minute, but like I said, the first fandom I really kind of was in where I actually felt comfortable like sitting down and talking to people like that, on Tumblr, because there really wasn't a fandom for Camera Boys on Tumblr like that. It was mainly just like Descendants and Girl Meets World. So I joined those two fandoms, and it was like so hard for me to make friends then. It's kind of weird because a lot of people, like, when I don't like to say this, but a lot of people see me like as the face of like the Descendants fandom now. But like back then, I was not. I was a nobody in this fandom, okay? I was a nobody. Descendants 2015, who was actually a really bad person, ran that account. She ran the fandom, not me. I don't even think I really run the fandom like that. But anyway, like I said, I also tried to be friends with a lot of people that were in the Sabrina Carpenter fandom, and a lot of them were really, really mean. If you watch my video about my experience at the Sabrina Carpenter concert, you know, like, never again. Never freaking again. So I just didn't really have good experiences with like the first three major fandoms that I was a part of, which made me sad. It made me really, really sad, okay? And like I said, a lot of these people, like I said, I did make few little friends then. I felt like these people were just kind of feeling bad for me because nobody would talk to me in a sense. But a lot of them don't use the internet anymore, like I mentioned. I don't know if they don't use the internet anymore because everybody uses the internet, especially in this day and age. But a lot of them just kind of abandoned Tumblr, abandoned their fan accounts. I hope they're doing well. I hope nothing bad is happening to them. So later on that year, on my senior year, going into my freshman year of college, I became friends. Sorry, y'all, I got heartburn. But I became friends with these two nice girls. I'm still mutuals with them, by the way. I don't really talk to them that much, and I'll explain to that. But I still love them with all my heart. They're so great. They were YouTubers, by the way. So they were kind of like my first group of like YouTube friends, and I did make a few other YouTube friends too. But the thing about it is that a lot of them just kind of weren't like feeling me, so I never really considered them YouTube friends, or they don't really use their channels like that. But I still keep a lot of good contact with them on Instagram and things like that. But like these two girls right here, I really do love them so much. We had like a lot of common interests. Like they literally, like, black girls that watch Disney Channel, they were a lot like me. Black girls that listen to rap music, but then will turn on SpongeBob after they're done. Like, they were a lot like me. So that really made me freaking happy. I really did enjoy that about them. But like I said, and then later on, like I think that same summer, I found them at the same summer, I became friends with a few black girls, by the way, that were fans of Cameron boys. And it's weird because we all kind of like found each other. We were like kind of searching for like black girls that like Cameron boys because the fandom was so freaking white. So we just became good friends, and it was so strange. Like, we didn't even really talk about Cameron all that much. Like in the beginning we talked about how much he meant to us and things like that. But next thing you know, we were just talking about our lives and personal problems and shit like that. Like our insecurities, relationship problems, school. Like, it was like, yo, y'all can't leave me. Y'all know too much about me. Y'all know way too much about me. I opened up so much of myself to them. I still keep in contact with these girls. Love them. One of them I still like, I think I keep in contact with the most. Love her to death. Her name's Savannah, by the way. Savannah watches my videos. Hey boo. But yeah, Savannah, so freaking great. But the other girls, I still love them. Truly do adore them. They're all great people. All such great people. Almost all my internet friends are great people, with the exception of like one person. We don't speak of him. But anyway, all my internet friends are really great people. So after that, that's when I went back and tried to continue to make friends with people in the Descendants fandom. And I actually succeeded. And I think a lot of it had to do with, I live blogged the second movie. Like I said, 2017 was actually like a life-changing year for me because it was my first like acting gig. Well, it was like background acting. That's when I got my job on Black Lightning as a Garfield High student. I graduated high school. I did really well in my classes that semester. I had all A's and a B. My racist history teacher wouldn't give me an A, but you know. And then I also made me some internet friends for the first time ever. So I did my Descendants live blog on Tumblr, where basically I just live blogged the entire second movie when it was on. I was just talking my shit about it as it was on because it was pissing me off the more it went on and went on. And a lot of people found my account from that, and they thought I was really funny from that, and they started following me and things like that. And then I also, this was the year I got Tumblr famous too. I got Tumblr famous like pretty quick. Tumblr fame is nothing, by the way. It's nothing, y'all. But like, yeah, I got like pretty Tumblr famous like not too long after I did that live blog too. But like, yeah, a lot of people knew me on my Tumblr for being a girl that really likes Descendants. So yeah, that's just how that came. And then I noticed there were a few nice girls that really interacted with my blog a lot, and I think the main reason a lot of them really interacted with my blog a lot is because these girls were also black like me, or they were also girls of color like me. So they were like, oh, there's a black girl that likes this stuff too, okay, let me hit her up. So that was really cool. And I think a lot of it had to do with the introduction of Uma's character in Descendants, because, you know, black girl, we finally got a girl that's like the same skin color as us, okay? Like, that was something great. That was really something great. And they interacted with my post a lot. I interacted with their post a lot. And then I just finally, like, oh my gosh, I finally just DM'd them. And yeah, it went pretty well. I'm still great friends with them. I'm even in a group chat with like a few of them. I haven't really talked to them in a minute. I need to hit them up though. I just kind of, I'll get into that. I'll get into that later. But love them so freaking much. And like I said, we don't even really be talking about Descendants half the time. We be talking about life. We just talk about everything. Yeah, like it's genuine friendship. It genuinely is genuine friendship. And then I also made another group of friends on Tumblr. like I say, they watch my videos too. Hey boo, one thing I love about all my internet friends is that they're really supportive of me on the internet. So shout out to all of y'all. I really do love y'all. Thank you guys for watching my videos, liking, sharing, supporting, all of that jazz. I sound like the video's about to be over, but it's really not about to be over. We got a minute. We got a minute before it's gone. So like I said, I got like friends outside of the Descendants fandom, which really made me nervous because I thought they would stop liking me if they found out I liked Descendants, but they thought it was cool. They thought it was pretty cool. And the thing about it is that we did have a lot of stuff in common, but it was like I also like Descendants stuff too. But they thought it was cool. They thought it was like, I think it's pretty interesting that you have this thing that makes you happy, because a lot of these girls like cartoons and anime and things like that. They were all pretty cool. Still talk to them nowadays. I love them so much. And then I also did make another Descendants friend on Instagram. I love her so much. Oh my gosh. Like I said, I'm over here gushing over all my internet friends so much. It was so weird because I found her Instagram because she was a black girl that had like gotten a picture with Boo Boo Story, and she met the Descendants cast. And I was like, girl, like I hit her up about it because I was like, how was he? Yada yada yada. And then that's how our friendship started. Her name's Silvery. I love you. Hey. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. Like I said, with that specific group of friends, I still do get a bit nervous talking to them because I'm like, are y'all sure y'all like me or are y'all just playing with me? Are y'all sure? Y'all sure about that? Y'all sure about that? But then I'm like, yo, these people genuinely have good intentions for you. I never really got any bad feelings about them or whatever. And I don't know. I just gotta get the sense where I feel like I'm not cool enough to be friends with them. But anyway, I don't know. It's just kind of like my confidence really at beating up the way I was treated a lot growing up in like middle school and high school with all those mean people. But I still feel that way with a lot of my internet friends where I'm like, I'm not cool enough to be your friend. That's just another weird thing where it comes to like internet friends. But moving on, people, a lot of these people I'm talking about, literally all of them follow my fences. So like I said, y'all can't go nowhere. Y'all can't go nowhere. We're friends. It's so weird now that I think about it because Descendants literally has affected my life in so many ways that I didn't think it did, because a lot of my friends that I have are my friends because of Descendants. I can't escape these movies no matter how much I try. I can't escape this franchise no matter how much I try. I will forever be associated with it. You can think back to every little thing that has something to do with Harriyanna and it will go back to Descendants, down to my username. Down to my username. I can't escape it. I'm always going to be forever associated with that glittery trash. That glittery trash. That's it. I'm annoyed. Anyway, like I said, and that's really kind of like my hard experience on making internet friends. Like, and I made internet friends when I didn't really have much of a following on the internet. It's a lot easier to make internet friends when you have a bigger following. And like I said, I do have a big following on Tumblr. But like I said, Tumblr, you can't really see people's follower count. It's just your post will get like a lot of notes and stuff like that. That's why people would know, oh, this is somebody that got some kind of following here. But anybody can like go viral on Tumblr. That's the thing. And people will never know. Like I went viral for the first time on Tumblr and I only had 50 followers. Like, it's possible, y'all. It is possible. You just talk. Like, I just be talking and people just be laughing and I just be like I said, it is so much harder to get internet friends though when you don't have a following though. I'll be honest. Like nowadays, it is so much easier for me to get internet friends than it was for me in the past. So yeah, that is just kind of like my experience where I was having such a hard time getting internet friends in the first place. That was just really kind of difficult for me. It took me years to get a group of internet friends that I genuinely consider to be real friends. But anyway, real friends, internet friends are real friends. And don't let anybody tell you anything other than that. They're real friends, okay? And I kind of just wish that people will understand that it's not bad to talk to people on the internet. Yes, it is, but also it's not. Like like I said, it's nothing wrong with making internet friends, but you got to be really cautious of how you go about it. I truly do love all of these people with all my heart. I wish them the best. I tell them happy birthday when it comes up. If they just cross my mind, I'll just randomly hit them up to see how they're doing or whatnot. Even if I haven't talked to them for a minute, I still just check up on them from time to time. Now, I just said all these things, like all the positives of just kind of like having internet friends, but I didn't really get into why I think having internet friends sucks, because at the end of the day, it's through a screen. But it's so great having friends that like what you like, but it sucks. It really freaking sucks. Well, at least for me, in my opinion, because I end up putting this poll out right here that I'm going to show in a minute on my Twitter page. Like I said, it's just weird because I have feelings about this just kind of building up for years and years and years, and like, I don't know, it's just kind of been consuming me a lot, where I just kind of been doing a lot of self-work on myself this month of March. And I put that poll out and I felt a lot better seeing that I wasn't the only person that felt this way. Like Josie Saltzman said, I want to get to know you better, but I don't know how. That's literally how it feels. Like, I literally cried, like I mentioned earlier. I cried so much after that because I finally found the words to describe this feeling that I've been feeling, where I just feel like I annoy the hell out of everybody I come in contact with. Like, literally ever since I was younger, I feel like I irritate the shit out of people. I feel like I'm just annoying. I'm just really, really annoying. I feel like I annoy all of my internet friends. Like, not even just my in real life friends. I feel like I irritate my internet friends. Like, sometimes when I'm just talking to them, I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to say that, I'm sorry if I'm talking too much, and they're like, you're good, like, it doesn't bother me. But I'm like, no, I feel like I am bothering you. Like, it's really, really, really frustrated. I feel like I'd be doing too much when I'm trying to be really supportive of them, when I would, you know, promote their stuff on like my Instagram story, or I would, like, you know, reblog their posts on Tumblr and like retweet their stuff on Twitter, and like, you know, like their posts on Instagram and hype them up and share it on my page and things like that. I really feel like I just kind of be doing too much when I just genuinely want to show that I think you're a great person and I just want to appreciate you. That's literally how it feels. Like, sometimes I just feel like I DM'd them too much, or I'm just trying to get to know them, and I feel like I'm just kind of being freaking weird, where I'm just genuinely being nice and I think you're an amazing person, but I don't want to feel like I'm just creeping you out. Like, that's just kind of like an underlying thing that a lot of people have when they're trying to make internet friends, or the internet friends they already do. They never want to feel like they're creeping them out. Like, nobody wants to make anybody feel uncomfortable. Nobody wants to do that. I understand. Like, I've been in situations before where I have felt uncomfortable with certain people on the internet, but a lot of them were just kind of not having boundaries for the first place. They were not having boundaries. That guy was freaking terrible, okay? I don't care if he sees this video. If he see it, he see it. Anyway, like I said, I'm a very observant person, by the way, and this really kind of freaks people out. Like, I remember it freaked people out when I was in middle school, because like, it's things and details about people that I remember, like really small details and things about people that I remember. Like, if they said something and they forgot they said it, I would remember it. It'll just kind of stick with me. Or if it's the way they act, or the way they like carry themselves and things like that, or just something to like down to like their favorite snack, I can just pick up on my things about people, and a lot of people just find that very, very strange, and I just kind of suppress myself a little bit on that, where I'm like, you like, people think I'm just studying them and paying attention to them, but I'm really not. I'm very observant. I just pick up on things. I have like a pretty good memory a lot, and I just remember. I don't know, I'm weird. I remember things. Like I said, I just pick up on them too, like when it comes to a lot of my internet friends, when it comes to the pictures and the videos and the things they post, I really can just pick up on things like that, especially with the way they talk and the way they type and things like that. I can't pick up things about them, and it's like, I feel like I know so much about them, but at the same time I feel like I don't. I feel like I still barely know this person. Like I said, I don't know anything about you when you were in middle and high school. I don't know what kind of music you like for the most part. I know a few songs here and there when you post them on your story, but for the most part I genuinely don't really know much about what you like to listen to. I just find it very, very strange. I don't know what you like to eat. Like, just simple, basic things that you should know about your friends, like I said. And it's like, I don't want to open myself up to them so much, because I don't want to feel like I'm just talking to myself, or I'm just talking about myself too much, and I'm not trying to make everything about me and just make it feel like I'm just talking about me for the most part. Said I can't reach out to you and give you a hug when you're sad. I can't call you up on the phone and ask, do you want to go out for pizza or do you want to go hang out the park? Like, it's just certain things that you just genuinely can't do with your internet friends because they're just so far away, and then you don't know how they act in real life. Like, you don't know their body language and things like that. It's just kind of frustrating. It just feels like you just genuinely don't know this person. And it's like you want to meet up with them, but then at the same time, you're just scared that you have this fear in the back of your mind that they're not going to be the person that you envision, or they're just going to bail on you or not care for you after they finally meet you and things like that. It's just a lot of worry that goes into this. And like I said, I feel like I barely know my internet friends. Even with my internet friends I met through Descendants that I've known for a few years now, I still genuinely feel like I don't know them. Like, yes, I know what you look like. Yes, I support you on everything. Yes, I know some of your common interests that you have with me. But like I said, I don't want to feel like I'm making you uncomfortable. Like Josie Saltzman says, I want to get to know you better, but I don't know how, because I don't want it to come across like I'm freaking you out or I'm being weird and things like that. Like, I don't know, it's weird because even something as simple as like asking what their favorite pizza topping freaks me out. Like, that freaks me out. I feel like I'm just doing too much and I'm asking too many questions. And like, even just something like asking like, what's your major in school, or what kind of career are you going for? Like, I just find it so weird. Like, I just feel like I'm asking too much questions. Like, even stuff like that. By the way, what's your favorite pizza topping? I really want to know. Comment it down below. I'll tell you what my favorite kind of pizza is. I love veggie pizza. I love pizza loaded. Oh my gosh, did I? Okay, I did not. But I love pizza loaded with a top of vegetables. That is like my favorite kind of pizza. But comment down below what your favorite pizza is. Like I said, at the end of the day, I feel like I annoy everybody that I come in contact with, and I feel like a lot of people too, like a lot of people that have internet friends, a lot of them dealt with like bullying and stuff growing up, so we really kind of have this weird fixation on ourselves where we just feel like everyone hates us secretly. Like, that's how I kind of feel. I feel like all my internet friends low-key hate me deep down, and that's not a good feeling to have. It's not really a good feeling to have. Like, have you ever gotten that feeling where it's like you become friends with somebody and then like once they get to know you a little bit better, they just kind of don't want to talk to you no more? Because I've had like some mutuals like that on Instagram where I was like, oh, I can genuinely see myself becoming friends with this person, and then they found out a little bit more about me and my interests, and they thought it was weird and just kind of like unfollowed me and like kind of cut me off. So I understand that fear. I understand it's genuine, but like I said, it's like, it just kind of reminded me before of like people I knew in real life, that people I went to middle school and high school with, that when they found me, like even start college to a certain extent, when they figured out the things that I like and like who I was and like my major and things like that, they just kind of didn't really care for me too much like that. It's just weird. Friendship is weird. Like, friendship is so freaking difficult sometimes. Like, it really shouldn't be difficult. I think everybody deserves to have a good friendship, but I don't know, this personal pan pizza that we're in is low-key hurting me, because like I said, it really kind of like, I literally sat down and did a lot of self-thinking about myself, journaling and things like that, and then I just kind of realized, I was like, I got a lot to work on as a person. And the one thing that has to do with me being more honest with my friends, like if I want to get to know my friends better, I need to do that, because it's not even just with my internet friends. I have this problem with a lot of my in real life friends too, where I want to get to know them better, but I simply don't know how, because I don't want to feel like I'm asking too much or things like that. And it's just like weird things, like I try to ask, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite show? Just weird stuff like that. Not even weird stuff. Did you ever work with this? Like, not trying to find out about your trauma and things like that. I just genuinely want to know about you as a person. Like, just simple stuff like that. I just feel like it's hard. It's hard. It's really, really hard. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. This one was a bit of a tough one to make. I thought I'm genuinely happy with the way this turned out, okay? I thought this discussion wasn't gonna go planned, and like I said, a lot of you guys do get upset when I do my personal videos, but like I said, it's my pirate ship. If you don't like it, go walk the freaking plank. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also hit that bell so you'll be notified when I do post videos, because YouTube has been unfollowing y'all from me. YouTube has not been pushing my videos out to y'all, and it pissed me off. Like, it's weird because people that I even do have that bell on for, they don't even hit me up about it. YouTube, how swag, come on. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and yeah, have a good night. Cue Chemical X.
Buttercup like villains 3 at a time. Bubbles will smile while kicking your butt, and Blossom will lead them out of their rut. Cherish and Powerpuff, 2 of a kind. Both wanna save the world before bedtime. From Townsville, Memphis, New York to LA, the Powerpuff Girls are just here to stay.